Happy Thursday. If you're hearing a lot of noise in the back, my air fryer is going. I'm making dinner. So excuse the noise. My lipstick is looking a little weird. So what's up? How are y'all doing? I got my Christmas sweater on today. I only wear my Christmas sweater like 2 times during the holiday season. So this is the first time you might see it again. I only had one. But yes, guys, I'm here tonight because I wanted to talk about the Supreme Court and them ruling, or not ruling, but them set to start hearing arguments about student loan forgiveness. So that's what I'm going to be talking about tonight. I actually got a clear date on it. I want to say it was either Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember, but I definitely wanted to bring it to y'all's attention. As you're logging in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And let me know where you're from. Also, if you have a question, drop down in the comments and let me know. I definitely want to be able to answer your questions as best as possible. But with the end of the year upon us, I think this may be our last like major update with student loan forgiveness until this thing is we're actually supposed to know something. So I'm just gonna be updating y'all today. Happy holidays to everybody. I have one more day of work. Oh, my lash. I have one more day of work tomorrow. I'm just gonna be working from home for a few hours, and then I'm on break, y'all. I kind of almost feel like it now. I had to make sure to set my alarm clock like, hey, dude, you're supposed to be working tomorrow. Don't forget. So, yeah, y'all. The end of the year is here. I know we all feel it. I know I do. I am ready. I feel like I need to wear my Christmas glasses. Aren't these cute, y'all? I got these from Dollar Tree maybe like 2 years ago. I can't remember. But yeah, I got to be in the holiday festive season. Somebody told me that I look like very upbeat today. I'm like, maybe it's the Christmas sweater, because I'm not like a Christmas sweater type person, you know. But I figured I'd buy one just to have it. But yeah, guys, today's topic is, I'm actually looking at the headline on my iPad here. Supreme Court likely to dismantle student loan forgiveness plan after it hears case, says a Harvard law professor. So, dismantle? You mean just tear it up, tear it apart, and just let it go? That's what it sounds like. I'm like, oh my gosh, dismantle? The people have their hopes set on this. They are really looking forward, I think, mainly to at least knowing something. I feel like it's still up in the air. Like, yeah, we got a plan, but there's not like, that's it. You know, we got a plan, and folks thought it was in motion. I thought it was in motion, but it was stopped dead in its track. So this article is pretty recent. It came out Tuesday, December 20th at 12:56 p.m. And this article is from CNBC. So it's from a pretty much reputable source. In addition to it's recent, like it's fresh off the press. So if you kind of already know about this, drop down in the comments and let me know, like, what do you know? What do you want to know? Because yeah, this thing is fresh. So if you want to go, and I may link the article. I may forget, so if I forget, remind me, y'all. But the article is definitely, it's up, y'all. It is up. So in case you are new to my channel, my long form content is education based, and then sometimes I throw in little fun vlogs in there as well. And my short form content is just more fun, everyday stuff. So, you know, my goal is to definitely help the student, help people who desire to go into higher education as a student or maybe as a professional staff member. And most importantly, to help our students to navigate through college. I was a first year college student. I was a first time college student, meaning that I was the first from between my mom and dad to graduate from college. I was a first generation. There's the word. I was a first generation college student. So it's very important for me to really, really, really share this type of information so that folks are informed, y'all. In addition, I just started going live last week, y'all, but I'm definitely, this thing is a little sticky right here. But I have been going live. I'm new to live since last week, and you can expect lives from me. I'll definitely be doing self-care Saturdays. Um, Definitely trying to go live at least once or twice a week. I'm going to get a set day for the new year, so I'll be dropping that soon. But I definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in and supporting my channel, y'all. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers. Oh my gosh, I'm very excited. I've been on YouTube since 2020, so it's definitely been a slow kind of roll for me, but I'm excited. It's picking up, y'all. So I thank y'all for y'all support. And yeah, I'm just excited to continue to grow my channel and reach out to y'all and learn more about y'all and help y'all to learn more about the things that I'll be talking about. But yeah, guys, let's get into it. So this article came out on Tuesday. Basically, this Harvard law professor is saying that, hey, they're going to dismantle the Supreme Court is going to dismantle student loan debt. So in case you don't know, let me just catch you up here for a second. President Biden said, hey, student loan forgiveness is a go. We're going to do 10K in student loan forgiveness for folks who did not receive Pell Grants, and we're going to do 20K for those that did. That came out over a month ago. That news came out. The student loan application came out. People were doing it. They were excited, and then the lawsuits came. So 6 states, and I can't think of the states off the top of my head, but I do have a video about this, so be sure to check it out. But 6 states basically sued and said, hey, wait a minute, Mr. Biden, this is illegal. You were supposed to, bring this to the constituents first and let it be open to comments before saying that you were going to do this. In addition, lots of people are going to lose out on money. This is going to dismantle some of these student loan organizations. This is going to affect our economy, blah, blah, blah. And then there are actually 2 folks, and I think they're from Texas, that are suing because they're saying, hey, we want the full 20K. What do you mean, we don't qualify for that? That's not fair, blah, blah, blah. So they are suing in regards to that as well. So there are a few folks, y'all, who are suing and who are just not happy about this student loan forgiveness stuff. So I think that kind of shows us the other side of it. Of course, there's a lot of people who are like, hey, I need this. But then there's a lot of people that are like, wait. I don't think so. So that's just a little quick refresher to catch you up there. Now, with there being lawsuits in place, I actually did a video on this last week. Student loan forgiveness is on hold. It's on a temporary hold due to these lawsuits, is what the Biden administration is saying, y'all. They're saying it's a temporary hold, but I don't know. And this Harvard law professor is saying the same thing as well. He's saying that, hey, I don't think this is going to happen. So right now, the Biden administration has sought out the Supreme Court, the highest court in the land, to make a decision on whether this can be a go or not. So that is actually going to happen on February 28th. So there's finally a date for this to really, really just be nipped in the bud. Now, I'm not sure if on February 28th there's going to be a ruling. That's not quite clear here, but it sounds like the Supreme Court is going to start, maybe talking about this thing, looking at decisions, looking at the laws to see if this is legal and if the president can actually do this. So that is set to happen at the end of the month. Well, at least it's the shortest month of the year. So that's supposed to happen on February 28th. So as we get closer to that, I'll definitely be updating you as they start, litigation, whatever. I'll definitely be coming to y'all on a regular basis regarding that. So don't worry, y'all. I'm going to make sure that you stay in the loop. Okay. Now I have some notes here. So the first things first. So February 28th, the U.S. Supreme Court will start to hear arguments regarding student loan forgiveness. Not sure if a decision is going to be made on that date. Once that's more clear, then I will definitely update y'all on that. But by January 4th, the Biden, and that's soon, y'all. That's like in two weeks maybe. That's the week of New Year. So the first week in January, by January 4th, the Biden administration will submit their opening brief. So it's sounding like they're going to have to submit the information that they have that says that this is legal and that they can do this. They're going to submit that to the Supreme Court so they can, begin reviewing those things. That's why I kind of think if they're submitting their opening briefs or they're submitting, their research, whatever, on January 4th, that by February 28th, possibly a decision may be made, but I am not quite sure. So that's what's happening on the first week of the new year. Now, in this article, it talks about that, the Supreme Court was really open to taking on this case. As you know, just because you appeal to the Supreme Court doesn't mean that they're going to take the case. They may say, hey, this needs to be, at the state level, this needs to be at the federal level, blah, blah, blah. But the Supreme Court was like, yeah, we're going to take this case, and they did it fairly quickly. So in this article, they're like, hey, that might be quite concerning because that lets us know that they're ready to make a quick judgment on this thing. So do they already kind of have their answer? Do they already know? Like, that's a little concerning. And I thought that too. Like, it sounded like that they went to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court was like, all right, come on down. Bob Barker, come on down. Come spin the wheel. So I'm just like, ooh, that's quite scary there, y'all. So yeah, that's something for us to kind of look forward to or to maybe not look forward to. But in case you don't know, so the student loan pause has been since March 2020, y'all. So this has been for 3 years. So that's like, okay. It's been a while. It's time for a decision. The Biden administration has, of course, previous to these lawsuits coming in place, they were set to forgive student loan forgiveness by the end of the year. And then they were going to resume payments in January. So right now they're saying, hey, we want to, excuse my air fryer, y'all, my chicken done. But they're saying, hey, we are going to further extend this until we get a clear decision. So the pause was set to end January 2023. That's not a thing anymore. It's set to end in June, I believe. And then 60 to 90 days after that is when payments will resume. So that is the plan for now. So basically, they kind of already had it to where they were hoping to have a decision by June 2023. But it sounds like that it's going to be very, very like before then. So that's what's happening now with that. So this Harvard law professor is basically saying, hey, due to this getting to the Supreme Court so quick, them taking on the case, we are thinking that, they're going to like tear this thing apart. They're going to say, no, it's not legal, Mr. Biden. Go ahead and tell the people sorry because this ain't happening. That's kind of what he's saying in this article. I think from my opinion, I'm not sure, y'all. Like I've kind of been on the fence about this whole thing. I haven't had a lot of faith in this being forgiven at all. Y'all know I paid my student loans back in January, like a year ago next month. Because I was like, I'm not waiting. I'm just not, And then I also saw another article, and I'll talk about this later. I saw another article where folks were talking about, people are getting refunds from the payments that they made during the student or during the pandemic on their student loans, and they're holding on to those checks. They're not spending them because this thing is not set in stone. And if it's not set in stone, that means that you're gonna owe. So that's something that I will update y'all on as well. Y'all know that I put in my application for my refund. I haven't gotten a refund at all yet. Haven't heard anything. Haven't gotten an email. Nothing in my account. I paid out $14,180 during the pandemic, the total balance for my student loans. And I haven't heard anything. I'm hoping that I don't get a refund before they, you know, set this thing in stone, because that would be silly. But some people are. So that's where we are right now, y'all. I want to know, how are y'all feeling about this now that we have an actual date for something serious to happen? How do y'all feel about that? Like, are you nervous? Are you scared? Do you feel like it's gonna be a go? Like I said, I'm still on the fence about it. I don't think that it's gonna be a go. I don't know. I don't know. I do kind of feel like I know there are people who need, the forgiveness, and this would help like a lot of people. That I definitely do acknowledge. But I'm just like, I'm not quite sure. So, because it's still up in the air, I think my advice for anybody who is paying off, or kind of sitting on the fence, and you may be just a little nervous about this, I would recommend that you start paying on those student loans, because really the main thing is that the payments are going to come back, one day. We're not quite sure yet. Now it's June of 2023, but you want to make sure that you are ahead of the curve. 3 years of no interest is pretty significant, and even with just a few months left in it, you still could make a pretty good dent within your student loan balance. So don't feel, discouraged there. Give it your all. And hey, who knows? Maybe a decision may not be made by June. It keeps happening. It seems like it keeps getting prolonged, and prolonged. So we don't know what that's gonna look like. So yeah, y'all, that is the update. Just wanted to come to y'all and bring y'all a quick update today. If you're logging in late, basically on February 28th, the Supreme Court will start hearing arguments regarding student loan forgiveness. They're going to make the decision that says whether this is lawful or whether this is unlawful. Of course, if it's lawful, student loan forgiveness should be a go. If it's unlawful, payments are going to be resuming. And, either way, y'all, there's going to be a lot of unhappy people. I mean, either way this thing goes, we know that there's going to be just a lot of unhappy people, no matter what happens. So I think that's something for us to start preparing for. And don't let this, be too on your mind during this holiday season. Don't argue about it. Everybody has their opinion. So what? It is what it is. I actually had a post on Instagram that I made about a student loan forgiveness. Y'all, oh my gosh, the comments. I'm like, well, thank you for your engagement. But yeah, there are a lot of people who are, just very up in arms, like, about this whole thing. It's a pretty, like, monumental time in our country, I'd say. Like, this is something, that we tell our kids about, our grandkids. This is something that's going to be, whether it's a yay or a nay, it's going to set a precedent, y'all. So I'm very curious to see what that precedence is. So like I said, if you haven't, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Y'all drop down in the comments if you have any questions. Definitely let me know so that I can answer them. If you want to know more about my student loan journey, I'm open to talk about that stuff. So let me know that as well. Or if you want to know, how can you pay off your student loans fast? Y'all, I'm your girl for that. I'm here for that. But all right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Happy holidays, and I'll see you next time. Bye.